Radio Underground.
Hello.
Back this week for episode 23. I can't believe we're at 23 already.
Like the magnificent Michael Jordan, we're 23.
We're the number 23. And we're very happy to be with you guys. I am Mike, and with me, as always, is Brian.
Hello.
Kojak's up north, and Stones is, again, as I've pointed out the last few weeks, he has a newborn. It's going to be a while before probably either of those guys come back.
Yeah, Stones is on paternity leave.
So
from the station.
Either way, we're going to put together a good show for you. And we're going to start off with the very uber important news, gaming news. Destiny 2 now features cross saves.
Yes, that what you think is just the beginning.
I think it's more than cross saves. There wouldn't be cross saves unless there was going to be cross play.
I agree.
And what have I been saying since we started this podcast?
You have been saying that, yes.
I have been saying Destiny will be the first cross-play, major cross-play game. There's already been cross-play of sorts.
Yes.
But this will be the first one where Xbox and PlayStation people, in my opinion, will play together finally once and for all.
I hope so. I do. I really do.
Or I could be wrong again.
You could be wrong. They seem to like to do that to you, specifically you.
Like, oh, Mike from Radio Underground has 100 followers. We got to stop him.
Thumbs down. Let's get rid of that.
So we're not going to do crossplay to fuck this guy over. But yeah, so I think it's awesome. And the reason I think it's a perfect game and why I always predicted it was the game that they would do it is because the whole point of the guy, when they, for one thing, a ton of money was put into it. Tons. And Bungie used to be Halo, but now they kind of have exclusive things with Sony, and then they've kind of voiced their displeasure with kind of how things are going. Then they split from the Call of Duty. I can't think of it right now. The Call of Duty people, they split from them.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's just...
Wait, the guys who made Call of Duty, like Infinity Ward?
Yeah, they split from them.
Okay.
So now they got their own deal. And Phil, who we call HFC in our gaming group, he said, yeah, because once that happened, he goes, I knew it was going to get good because they were being held back.
It just, for every console company, whatever it might be, it just makes sense. Why would you want everything to be separate? It's that's what the future is.
You'll still have your exclusives that you got to pay for the service or the console to play. You're going to have to get a PlayStation to play, a God of War, which is great. That's fine. But something like Destiny, which everybody has on every system, you should be able to play with any of your buddies that... How many times, like, the first question you ask somebody is, what do you play it on? Whatever game it is.
Exactly.
And then you're like, fuck, you're on PlayStation, I'm on Xbox. And
always. Oh, my God, so many times.
And it sucks, So now it won't. It shouldn't matter. And I really truly believe that Destiny will be the first true multi-plat cross-play Xbox PlayStation game.
Is both Destinies 1 and 2?
I think just 2. I keep saying Destiny. I mean Destiny 2, guys.
According to the thing, the cross save is for both games, 1 and 2. The thing I read, at least.
Okay, so they're going to put their...
That's why I didn't know. The other thing we talked about with Destiny, why is there 2 separate fucking games? There should have just been one game that they kept on adding DLC onto.
Well, when Destiny first came out, my understanding was it was going to be a 10-year project.
Yeah.
But then they came back with, we said 10-year project, not 10-year this game only, which... I mean, Destiny 2 doesn't play much different than 1 to me. I'm not like a hardcore Destiny player, but to me it doesn't seem like a whole hell of a lot different. They probably wanted to up the graphics and whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
So now part 2 is coming out with a whole new season coming up in September.
Yes.
And that's when I figure the crossplay will be announced.
Well, and I know that patch, actually they delayed the patch because it was supposed to be out sooner, but for some reason they were worried about their employees, which is weird for a company.
Yeah.
And they needed more rest, which I understand because the way they're developing games, not just them, everybody, it's nonstop now. Everybody wants new content all the time.
They do.
It is nonstop for these developers.
Even Rage 2, which is a first-person game, and I'm having a good time with it. They always, like, they're dumping new shit. Hey, if you do these 3 steps, like you kill this many guys this way, you're going to get this skin. And they just, it's like everybody has a short attention span, which we already know. But
which it is, like everybody wants more and more and more now. And it's like, people have to sleep. People want to spend time with their family. Just like you, for some reason, they want vacation time and they want to spend time with their families. Game developers are the same way.
Yep.
So I actually applaud them for that. That was nice of them.
That was nice because you hear about some of the way they're pretty rough on their developers and
I think that the other thing we go back to was with Destiny 1. I mean, you've seen this stuff before when they were developing Destiny, how much it changed from the first what it was supposed to be to what it actually became. It was completely different.
When they put out
the money they put into it.
When they the first game, when it first started out, and Peter Dinklage.
Oh God, he's the worst.
His voice acting was pretty bad.
The worst voice acting.
And I think he took it too literally. Well, you're going to be a robot, so be chill. And it just sounded like Peter Dinklage being tired.
Yeah, he just sounded like he was sitting around like, watching some TV and like talking into the microphone. Yeah,
phenomenal actor, but he did not give a fuck. It was obvious.
Yeah, but even that, it wasn't quite the game it turned out. I mean, it wasn't even close to the game it turned out to be. It almost looked, it looked a little post-apocalyptic, but it wasn't. Just watching some of the video and stuff, you didn't know it was in space. It just looked like a warehouse in some of the spots.
Yep. By the time Destiny had put out their second, or their third patch, the main one you're on the Dreadnought, I forgot the name of it right now, but the raid on that thing, and it was just phenomenal.
Yeah, they really turned that thing around.
It was so much fun. I played it constantly.
Yeah,
I had a great time with it, and same thing with Destiny 2. The first initially it kind of sucked, and then they redeemed themselves. They kind of starts out slow. So I'm with you. I'm like, why don't they just keep adding to what they have, like World of Warcraft or something?
Yeah, you have a season pass, and every year you get a couple of different things, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but either way, though, I think because of the nature of the game is to. Their big thing was we want to bring different types of players together. You can be a shooter gamer and play it. You can be a RPG guy, single player, and get something out of it. You can MMO people has them kind of qualities, and I think like it's one of those games like everybody talks about how bad it is, but on Twitch and all these different streaming sites and everything, it does very well. Is it the best game? No.
But
it does enough things where people get into it, and it's a good game to be like, if you have somebody at work that isn't into everything, well, why don't you just play Destiny with us? Yeah. Everybody can kind of get down with it.
I agree. I didn't play the second one, but I liked the first one a lot.
And it's a fun game.
Yeah.
So it's just cool that, everybody can... God damn it, my phone. I'm trying to look at my bullet points, and I got the face recognition, so it keeps closing.
Well, I got a quick bullet point for you.
Sure.
It involves your favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fireworks. So apparently the law doesn't for 4th of July doesn't call for, like I told you before, just the 3 days.
Yeah, I read this.
It's all this week.
It's all week, and it's from 11 a.m. to 11:45 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's 12 hours and 45 minutes of fucking mortar fire.
I don't know what kind of idiot would set it off at 11:30 a.m. anyways, but there's people that do it. But fuck, 11:45, man.
That's fucking brutal.
If you have a party and you get too loud, you get noise.
10. It's 10 o'clock.
Is it 10 or is it 11?
I thought it was 10.
It's one of the two. Either way, but it's fine for you to do fireworks after that time.
Stupid. You can't.
Hate them.
Well, they're a nighttime thing.
Yeah.
So can't they at least be like, okay, nightfall? I mean, it's 10 o'clock because it's summer and the longest.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. I'll give you 9 to midnight. How about 9 to midnight?
It doesn't need to be all day, and it does. Why all week? People
why
still
all
work
week
this
and
week.
Why all day?
Why all? Yeah, because who's gonna be doing it like Monday night? 4th of July is in 3 days. Let me light off these fireworks. Idiots. That's who.
Yeah. They probably don't want to be in confrontations with these morons. But yeah, I am not happy about the new fireworks law.
I am not
all.
either, because that's not what I heard originally. So I'm not happy with it. On New Year's, legally, you're allowed to shoot them off till 1 a.m.
Well, that's because New Year's is midnight.
Well, first of all, it's freezing cold. Why the fuck you out there setting off fireworks? Second of all, no.
I agree, though. I do agree.
God.
Well, I was talking to someone at work, and I said, fireworks in Michigan are why I'm not a libertarian anymore. I used to be like, let people do whatever they want, man.
Nope.
Stay out of... Like, no, I want rules. I want law and order.
Yeah. And actually, the person who is more against him than anybody right now is the mayor of Warren. And I hate that guy. But I agree with him on this.
Yeah, you can hate somebody, but they can be right about something.
Yeah, just like a clock. A broke clock or something is right.
Yeah, a lot of people, there's people I hate that are right about a lot of things.
It's like, I hate you, Mayor of Warren, but man, you were absolutely right this time.
Yeah. I want poor people imprisoned. Hey, come on, man. Like, but I want fireworks banned. Wait a minute. I'm going to vote for this guy.
Abolish fireworks.
Yeah. I guess poor people have to go to prison.
That's the thing. I don't know why you need to light them off. Like, there's literally like 3 or 4 fireworks displays done by cities who put way more money into it than you ever could. Like, how many? Like 10 out of the 12 weeks of summer, there's a fireworks show going on.
What fun is it if you can't personally be killed?
I guess not.
If I'm not risking blowing my own hand off, I guess the adrenaline just doesn't do it for me.
We know a guy did that.
Yeah, I went to school with a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His blood stained the wall for years after that.
Yeah, it did.
It did for real.
Yeah. He used the M200, I believe.
Yeah, and he also split it in half, a lit it from the middle.
Yeah, he didn't do the wick.
No.
And he was a cool guy.
Man, he could punch hard.
Yeah, he's a tough guy too.
Yeah, that's tough.
Man. Well, that kind of thing makes you tough.
I guess
What the fuck's
so.
he afraid of?
Oh man.
You know what? The fireworks thing, like I said before, and I think I said it on here before, they were legal in Ohio forever, all our lives.
Yes.
And I assumed like when I think it was Schneider, our governor here in Michigan, was like, well, they're getting all the tax money. Why can't we just make them legal here? Like, and I thought to myself, like, yeah, I mean, what's the difference? Toledo's 80 miles or something. You can get there quick.
Yeah.
Downriver people can be there in a half hour.
Yeah, it takes us just over an hour.
Yeah, and so yeah, I figured, what's the difference really going to be? Well, man, I was wrong. That 1 hour trip that people had to take made the difference.
It totally made the difference. And we have our own state rep from our own city to blame for it. Our former mayor is the one who wrote that law and got it passed.
Huh?
Churkin.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was him.
It was him.
If I see him at the bar, I'm not gonna hurt anybody, but I am gonna ask him. I
see him like twice a year. He was at opening day for baseball, and I probably see him one other time. But yeah,
I won't say the bar, but our current mayor is always at this one bar that I go to, and he is fucking hammered every time, dude. He is hammered.
Yeah, every single time. It's crazy.
And one time Frank went up to him and said, "You're the mayor," and he could tell he was comfortable. I think he thought we were gonna jump him.
We're the mayor. You're dead.
Did you pass that new ordinance? I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Because we went up there for something a few months ago, and everybody was there. Him, a bunch of police officers, the what do you call it? Not the chief, but the next in line, assistant chief. I don't know what you call it.
Top lieutenant. I don't know.
No, he's still a chief, but it's not like assistant chief. That sounds stupid. He's like second in command, whatever. He's number 2. He was there. A bunch of people were there. It was completely packed, and the mayor was there, and it was like he got there just after us, and 40 minutes in, gone. He drank so much. I'm like, holy crap.
He's always hammered, and he has that very typical like white guy look in the way he dresses.
Yeah,
like he just came from golf.
Yeah,
and he's fucking hammered. He's got these skinny little legs.
Yeah.
See, and I don't know what his politics are. I don't know anything about the guy.
No.
That's the funny thing is, I don't talk about it here, but I have like some pretty extreme political views. But I'm kind of a sellout in that I don't know anything about the shit that actually affects me. Like
the local government?
Yeah, like the stuff that directly affects me. I have no idea who they are. None at all.
I mean, most of the stuff I do know from our local government is because we went to school with the guy, and both his parents are involved with it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I know.
I don't know who does what or...
Yeah, and I know the mayor because I've met him at a few different things. I know more about the county people than I do our city people.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, like, this with the local people, it seems like that guy's an asshole because how you went to school with him and you personally dislike him. Like, he could totally believe the same thing you do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just don't like how he was in lunch hour, man. Fuck
20 years ago.
Fuck that guy.
He dumped milk on me.
Yeah, I got bullied by the fucking councilman.
Yeah, so it's local government's weird though. It really is. It's the one that affects you the most, but most of us probably know the least about it.
Yeah, I don't know really. The funny thing is, I keep going on about the name of the mayor. I don't know his name. I just know what he looks like.
Yeah, I know his name.
I've seen him. I'm not kidding. 10 times at that bar.
Oh, I believe it. I've seen him
I
twice.
don't know his fucking name. I just know he's our mayor. That's all I know.
I probably go there. I've probably gone there 20 times less than you. Probably more than that even, and I've seen him there twice. I'm never there. There just happened to be those 2 times he was there.
He's shit-faced. My 11th grade geography teacher, well-known guy, tall guy, used to play basketball.
Yes.
Every time I've ever seen him out in public, he is sloshed.
Always at a bar.
He's hammered out of his mind.
Yep.
And he hasn't aged.
He has a little bit more now.
But he looked young forever.
And actually, I don't think he's there. He took a side job at one point, and he was only doing teaching part-time. And now I think he's only doing the side job full-time. I don't even think he's teaching anymore.
Oh, really?
Because I've not seen him there in a couple of years.
Yeah.
They've got a bunch of new people. They still have old people that we would know, but there's a whole new crop of new people in there.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense.
But yeah, he's usually. I saw him at of all things. I went to where you get free tickets to things.
Yeah.
I got free tickets to Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
And he's at a Ted Nugent show. I'm like, you're a fan of Ted Nugent? He's like, I got free tickets too.
Yeah, woo.
I'm like, but I do like he's not playing all the old songs, man. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird. But he's just a strange guy, always hammered.
He always was, yeah. And I know people that went on a overseas class trip with him, and they said it was like crazy.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, I would like to say someone told me in confidence, but anyone that went anywhere with that guy got hammered with him.
Yeah, no.
I was like, well, I don't want to be spilling the beans or whatever.
There's multiple stories.
But it's always
You're not
the same.
outing anybody.
The guy I'm talking about went with him to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
And they literally, to hide from the other teachers, he took the guys into an alley. So they're getting, in Washington, D.C., getting fucked up in an alley.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
It's like,
see, now this person they were in Europe, and it was for one of the clubs, and they were in France and in Spain. And it's like drinking's.
We were running a train with our teacher on some French chicks.
Well, it was a lot of drinking involved, and it's Europe. Younger people drink. It wasn't a big deal, but they went to clubs.
It's probably 100% legal there. I mean,
I really don't know.
No, well, see, I've never looked into the claims though. There was always that. Well, in Europe, if you can see over the counter, or see over the bar, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know about that.
I'm sure there's some kind of laws. I just don't know what they are.
I know it's less than us. We got a Puritan background. I know 21's like the highest in the world.
Yeah, we do. But didn't the Puritans come from there?
They left there because they thought that they were all
it wasn't
damned
pure
or
enough
whatever.
there. Yeah, that's true.
They thought they were all going to hell.
They're being persecuted.
Yeah.
Persecuted because they're Puritans.
Puritan. And then they mashed people up on a rock because they thought they were
That's true.
Let's just crush her.
Does she weigh the same as a duck? No, that's holy
Yeah,
grail.
you know those guys, they're like, she's an evil witch, she's satanic. They were copping a feel as they're putting her up on the wall. Yeah.
Let's hang her.
Oh, yeah, right there. I got it, yeah.
They do the hug thing where they come in, but their hands are really close, so they hit the boobs and then wrap around.
The Joe Biden hair sniff.
That guy's a creep.
We're going to kill her.
That guy's such a creep.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
You have any more bullet points?
Oh, I got a ton.
I was going to bring up one, and you beat me to it. I've been waiting 3 weeks to bring this up on the show, and you posted it to the page. It's the 20th anniversary of the Slipknot self-titled album.
Yeah,
I've literally been waiting 3 weeks to bring that up tonight, and then you posted it on the page.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, the guy posted that, and I was like, holy shit, that's 20 years. I didn't even know about it.
We're so old.
But yeah, that's the scary part. It's 20 years old, and I was a full-on adult when that came out.
Yeah.
When that album came out, Nick, who was here a few weeks ago, was like, "You got to check this out, man." And I'm like, "Who are they?"
So good.
And I was like, "That was one of the greatest albums ever." People can say, Corey, he's a strange guy, and the band is kind of, in my opinion, they're entering that cover band of yourself phase.
They jumped the shark 15 years ago.
Yeah, because there's so many people that are the original people are either dead or not in the band that it's kind of not.
They're Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, they're a cover
There's
band.
like a person left.
Yeah, I mean they got the majority of the guys.
I know, it's still.
But the point is, it's not the same. Max Weinberg's son is their drummer.
I know, that's so
That's
weird.
really weird. But but that album, it can't be taken away from them. Like when that album came out, like people didn't like the quote unquote, I'm doing air quote, the new metal elements of it, which was just a DJ Sid and then the sample guy.
Everything was heavy.
But
as
everything,
shit, though.
it was the heaviest thing that was at big festivals at the time. Because you still had death metal bands and all that shit around, but they never get credit. Slipknot never gets credit for what I think people will deny it, and people hear this, they're going to get mad about it. But it's true. Joey Jordison started doing blast beats on everything, and then all of a sudden, kind of mainstream metal, like System of a Down, started doing blast beats, and then the kind of metalcore came along which was heavier than new metal, and I think Slipknot like kind of ushered in heavier shit. Like that's always been around, Deicide, no, but it kind of brought it back.
Yeah, I guess technically it made it more mainstream. That fucking album though, man. That 3-4 year stretch where they had that album and then Iowa, they were fantastic. After that, I think they kind of jumped the shark.
A lot of people, especially Morgan, he's going to get pissed off hearing this, but everything. The Iowa and the self-titled album were great albums, but after that, I just wasn't.
Self-titled's way better than Iowa. Iowa's really good, and then after that,
like to me, self-titled was perfect because nothing else sounded like it at the time.
No,
there were people with DJs, and you had the Limp Bizkit shit, but
yeah.
They were a real experimental, but in a good way, not in a shitty progressive way that you don't want to listen to it because it's just shit.
Oh.
Now, I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. Progressive music sucks.
It really is.
And anybody who tries to tell me otherwise, you're a fucking liar. You're just trying to say that it's good because you're trying to be more musician-y.
I'm gonna defend it only this way because majority of people consider Rush to be progressive.
Yeah. Well, they're
progressive rock.
They are prog, but they still had hooks.
They did.
Not necessarily like catchy.
We like Rush, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
but Rush, I don't know. Maybe I am a hypocrite and I contradict everything I say.
No, I didn't mean that. I just meant there's examples of it that are good, but there's way more examples of it that's just
I'm
shit.
talking about pure prog where every song is nothing but a tempo change just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
They do. There's like King Crimson. They do songs that don't have any repeats.
Oh my god!
It's like, come on, man. That's
douchebags.
It's impressive. I could practice all my life and never be able to do it. I will never come close. But progressive music sucks.
In general, yeah. No, absolutely, I agree.
Rush is okay. Some of Dream Theater is okay,
but
not a lot of it.
We have friends who like Dream Theater. I just could not do it. I was bored out of my mind listening to any of it.
Well, if you're too much of an art fag, it's just not listenable. I'm sorry, I can't sit there and listen to that shit.
I can't either. I'm the same way.
And I can go on there and like, I was going to talk about this. Since I was going to talk about simple music, like you can be a Neanderthal hate breed type band, and I might like it, and it's totally just 4 chords and just crushing, but a few weeks ago I shit on Hatebreed because they're my alarm. Remember I told you?
Yeah, but I think you just shit on
that album.
That album, yeah.
But the first, again, Hatebreed, same as Slipknot.
Yep.
Their first 3 or 4 albums I liked, and then you grow past it. But the real reason I hate the hate breathing, like I said before, was it's my alarm and I don't know how to change it. So every time it wakes up, it's Jamie Josta screaming at me, and I love Jamie's podcast. I listen to Jamie's podcast, and I bought that album to support Jamie because I like him.
Yep.
But I should have just Patreoned him like $50.
Yeah, here's just some money. I don't want to listen to it.
And because I have all the good albums that I like, I got the Satisfaction, I got the Perseverance, I got their good stuff.
You celebrate their entire catalog.
Yeah, but I don't want the new stuff. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. I don't know.
Simple music, I like the Slipknot stuff. I like complicated music a lot. I like short songs. Like 3 to 4 minutes is perfect length for a song, but there's songs that are really long that I super enjoy. I love like Freebird, stuff like that. But simple music, and you probably remember it because when we lived at the duplex, it came out. We used to watch it on MTV2 or something like that. But Andrew WK.
Yeah.
That first album of his, it's the simplest beats, everything. It's just basically like up-tempo AC/DC the entire time.
You see how much muscle he put on?
Yeah. I love that album, though. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's stupid, and I love it. But yeah, he got really in shape. He's from here.
Well, he's from Ypsi, isn't he?
Ann Arbor, Ypsi, yeah.
Yeah, he's a tall guy, so I'm basing his height. He's probably a 250-pound man, even though because he's so tall.
He's a big guy,
and he's got huge arms now and everything. He looks like he could like contend for the fucking heavyweight championship of the world. And he's tall, big dude.
And I don't understand what it is because he's only released that was 2001, and it's now 2019. So in 18 years, he's now released 4 albums total. He always has distribution problems. People love his shows because it's pure energy. He doesn't stop. His music's simple, but
he's the nicest guy in the world.
He's nice. He's positive, but his music is super simple but catchy. It just, for some reason, he always has label issues, and I don't understand it. One album didn't even get released here.
It could be just the modern era because it's hard to, unless you're something completely retarded pop like Nicki Minaj or something. You probably can't get true backing.
No, it's true. And I mean, well, I mentioned AC/DC, but talking about simple music, that's about as simple as you get.
By the way, I'm not an anti-pop guy. I'm just saying that's the only thing that's going to get a lot of backing.
Man, it all sucks now, though.
It has for a long time.
It has for a long time. At least there was stuff that you might not like, but you're like, all right, well, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Literally everything I hear now almost is probably some of the worst stuff I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, there's some, man, it doesn't matter who it is. Even if I don't like them, I can find something about like their talent, and like I get why someone might say this person has some talent.
Yeah.
But there are those people that don't have any.
Oh, I agree.
And the one I'm thinking of is Cardi B. What in the fuck? How did that even happen?
Because Nicki Minaj, and she's basically just a ripoff of her.
Yeah, it's
from back in our day, Lil Kim.
Remember like Transformers? Then they came up with GoBots.
Yeah.
To like rip off Transformers.
Oh man, I saw another one.
Yeah, fucking Cardi B is GoBots of Nicki Minaj, in my opinion.
And Nicki Minaj is just a rip off of Lil Kim.
True.
Yeah, so it all comes around. I hate them all.
I'll forgive Nicki Minaj because she's hotter.
But still a lot of work done there.
But the thing is, like, did you ever see her before she had the work? She was a really cute girl.
She just wanted to be a Barbie doll, basically.
She overdid the. And Cardi B looks like a burn victim that they remolded. With all that fake shit.
I don't like her. I've never liked her.
And then I went on her social media. When someone gets real popular, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, what the fuck is it about this person? That's like an example of someone who I don't follow or care for, but I get why his appeal is like a PewDiePie. I'm like, he's witty. He's goofy, but I kind of get it. Okay, I get why people like the guy.
Yeah.
But with
I don't get it with Cardi B.
With Cardi B, I'm like, what the who would listen to this?
Well, and he's nowhere near as bad, but like you were saying, you don't get it, but you understand why people get it. there's a singer named Shawn Mendes. I don't know if you ever heard anything about him.
Never heard of him.
He's gotten popular. He's still really young. But the thing is, he sings okay. His voice is a little annoying. But he writes shit. He actually writes his own music. So that
That's
right there,
good right there.
I respect that.
Yeah, I get it.
I
Anybody
don't
that puts
like
their own
your
art out
music.
there, if you put your own shit out there, I respect you.
Way, and I shouldn't say that because actually he kind of got to start doing his version, cover versions of other stuff, but his way. And then he got into his own songwriting, made that
Okay.
popular. So he started with the YouTube, and then he actually. So I can respect that. I hate your music, but I can respect the fact that you're doing things yourself. I don't understand music nowadays in general. It's just
Yeah, I don't know, man. Another one I never understood, man. I was like, I tried to get him. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just got a little bit of Asperger's. He's just out there, but it was freaking Kanye. That guy
I fell for the first album. I really did.
I was like,
After that, I was like,
people like this shit.
I liked his first album a lot.
And and I've watched interviews with him, and I've tried to get the guy. I'm like, all right, maybe he's just like, because there's people like you don't like them at first, but then you hear their backstory, and then you hear them talk. You're like, all right, I get him now. I might not be on board, but I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I just never crossed that Rubicon with that dude.
I literally fell for it. The first album I liked a lot, and I listened to it a lot. And then started seeing him talking and doing stuff more, and I was like, And then that second album came out, and I'm like, oh, God. I don't know. And then I just kind of like, that's it. I never listened to him again. Dude, some stuff you can't get away from because they played that one song of his that Stronger, Faster, blah, blah. They played it in everything.
Yeah.
Or the other one, I can't remember the name of it, with the chanting and stuff in it.
Or,
But they played that in a bunch of movies too, so you couldn't get away from it. But I never went out.
18 years.
Yeah, that was from that first album, and I actually liked it, and I fell for it. He suckered me, but I can admit when I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Or Drake. Drake's another one. Do you ever listen to any Drake stuff?
no.
I've listened to a little bit, and it's like, I mean,
And that dude makes chicks cream, right?
oh yeah, they love him. And
I don't get it. Like looking at him, I don't get it.
I don't know. And I mean, I'm not comparing him to Kanye because I would rather listen to Drake than Kanye.
I would say he's probably, just by being a normal human, 20 IQ points ahead of Kanye.
Well, and he's Canadian, so he's automatically nicer than
Yeah,
than Kanye.
he would probably be a pleasant guy to be around.
Yeah. Just people are like, and anytime something he drops comes out, and it's like right away, everybody's behind. I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't, man.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. And I know he raps, so he has to write his own
yeah,
stuff.
he's laughing all the way to the bank. He don't give a fuck about two fat guys from the Midwest. But I just don't get it.
No, it's not our.
But I guess it's better than Kanye.
It's definitely better than Kanye. It's definitely better than Cardi B. And
Yeah, and there's
maybe we're just old. I don't know.
I think that's a big part of it. But then there's the one kid. I think he's got talent. Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
I don't like his music, but I think he's got talent.
Oh, I think
he's definitely a talented guy.
He is, because he not only does he write all his own stuff and do all that fucking dancing and all over the place, but he plays all the instruments too. He's
Who's that
impressive.
hyper arrogant? I can't think of his name. The hyper arrogant white guy with all the tattoos did the halftime show.
Oh God,
He thought he was going to save the show by fucking opening up his chest.
the Maroon 5 guy, Adam Levine.
Yeah, him. That guy.
Hey,
What's up? All right.
Mike's dad just walked in.
Thanks, man. My dad just brought in food. Thanks, Dad. He just randomly brought in roasted potatoes.
Here's some potatoes. Bye.
I was looking for potatoes on a Saturday night. I mean, who doesn't? He just, here goes. I got you guys some roasted potatoes.
Roasted, probably covered in butter.
Roasted, yeah, the buttery chicken shack.
For people that aren't familiar with Chicken Shack, it's a chain here. And
Well, the funny thing is, I'm making fun of it, but those are by far the best thing on that menu.
yeah,
'Cause those roasted potatoes
Yeah.
are swimming in grease.
oh, I know.
It's like cereal, but with potatoes in it, and they're like diced potatoes.
Yeah, so I've actually gotten to the point where the last few times I don't even like their. I'm getting like I don't like their chicken because I've had it a few times and it's been bad. It hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been as good as it used to be. But the potatoes are by far the best thing ever.
I will every now and then, I don't do it all the time, but I will go and get the potatoes as a side for what I'm cooking at home.
Oh yeah.
And I'll just bring it back, and they're phenomenal.
Yeah, my parents used to do that too.
And they keep, meaning you can reheat them.
Yep.
Because there's so much grease.
Yep.
Or you can. The best thing to do is take butter again and rebutter them.
They need more
and then
butter.
Fry them with breakfast.
Yeah. Yep.
Or they're great for a breakfast mash, like a omelet that you put the potatoes right in.
Yep.
It's a nice.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, but
Music sucks now.
music sucks. It has nothing to do with I'm old and out of touch.
No, it probably does a little bit. We just don't get the trends. It's just like when, not our parents, but our parents like, that rock and roll, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It kind of is the same thing.
Why can't they just like Frankie Valli?
It's like there's too much black in that music.
Yeah. They got these fancy jumping around Negroes.
It's
like
so it's not our parents,
Chuck Berry.
not our parents, but our parents, our grandparents. The same reason they used to hate stuff. We probably hate it now.
Yeah, we're a little bit outdated. Yeah, well, I mean,
No, we don't hate it because they're black. That's not what we were saying. Just so you know.
No.
We hate it because it sucks.
No,
and we're old.
Yeah, it's well, rock and roll is black music. I love rock and roll.
I love rock.
Therefore,
yeah.
I'm not a racist just by that.
You know what else I hate about Cardi B?
What?
Her real name sounds like a Harry Potter spell, like you're trying to cast a spell. It's like Bacardis Almanzar. Like, someone made a joke. It's like,
She's sort of converted to Islam, but not really.
well, no, she's Puerto Rican and something else, and it's just whatever her parents named her. And someone said, I said her name out loud, and my furniture started levitating. It killed me.
Yeah, that's funny.
It does. It sounds like a spell.
Yeah, but they're like then some of them it's like the Ariana Grande girl.
She's super cute.
Yeah, but it's like that barely legal cute.
Yeah, I know she's old enough.
I know she's probably 30 by now.
Well, she's not 30, but she's like 23, something like that.
She still looks like she's 16.
She looks. I don't even know. She looks like. Sometimes she doesn't even look 16, but I don't think we're the only ones. I was talking to my sister-in-law, and she's almost 12 years younger than me, and she's like, I just don't get the Ariana Grande thing. She has a lot of range, but half the time I can't understand what the fuck she's saying.
Yeah, I don't know. And then she said she hates Americans when she was at Subway. That's un-American to say at Subway.
I didn't even hear that part. Wow.
No, I don't know. She said it while the sandwich artist was making her sub. Whatever.
I wonder if she just said some random joke and they're like, "Oh, she hates America."
Yeah, you hate America, Ariana Grande. You goddamn.
They're probably
bitch.
like, "Oh, we're out of this cheese. God, I hate America." Something that you would say like,
yeah, it could have been the American cheese.
"Yeah,
That is an option.
maybe she said I hate American cheese," and they're like, "She hates America." I heard her.
Yeah, I don't.
We're not the only ones with her though. Like I said, my sister-in-law is in her later 20s, and she said the same thing. She's like, "I just don't get it. I cannot understand what that bitch is saying."
Yeah, I don't know that. But you see, she has the barely legal. I'm gonna jump at subjects.
Yeah, it's fine.
She has the barely legal look, but you know who has like the ultimate MILF look? And I'm really I'm gonna be respectful because I don't want to go off to Creepville like I always do.
Yeah,
so I'm not that.
We don't
want
to go Elizabeth Shue again.
Yeah, I don't want to go all Elizabeth Shue, and she's a married woman and everything. So I was watching the DNC debates, and I don't care about DNC at all, but man, that Tulsi Gabbard, she has the MILF look. God.
Plus, you know she could kick your ass because she's vet.
Ex-military.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is so creepy. But I'm like, she put out I don't know if it's a promotional thing, but like she's doing like some P90X type hit training fucking thing.
Yeah.
And she's like covered in sweat, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then they're like dousing each other with water, like her and her like training partners. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, she arches her back.
Yeah, I'm like
slow motion hitting her. I
gotta go grab the fucking Kleenex here.
That's terrible.
I was like, come on, Tulsi, don't do that to me. Yeah.
Honestly, I've only seen her a couple. In fact, a couple times I have seen her.
She even has the supervillain gray streak.
Yeah,
she's the ultimate warrior.
She
can't be beat. She'll be beat in the debates, but I'm just.
And I know we've talked about it before, just way early on in our podcast, way a long time ago. The women that like 20 years ago, for some reason, you never would have found hot. Now all of a sudden they're so hot.
Well, yeah, I'm 40, so
yeah.
she has that MILF look, which means she looks like my buddy's younger sister.
Yeah, it's so weird.
What is she, probably 35 or something?
Probably. I don't even know.
But she's just cute. She reminds me of the, because I'm a delivery driver, and you go to a place and the warehouse guy ain't there, and there's always like the inevitable like secretary woman that comes out and signs, and she's mad that you're there. She looks like that.
Hot.
She's hot, man. Tulsi's hot.
I'm gonna have to look her up some more. I think I've literally only seen her.
I don't know, man.
Seen her twice.
I probably have some psychological issues I need to work out.
She got dark hair, right?
She's got dark hair.
Yeah.
With a streak. She's from Hawaii, but I don't know if she's Hawaiian. I think I read she's like part Indian from India, and then part something else. I don't know.
I guess I should do research.
She's married, so I'm not going to take the creepville too far.
Maybe
she's running for president, and these people get too much shit anyway.
Maybe her and her husband have an open relationship. Maybe that's your chance.
Yeah, they bring me in.
Well, yeah. Well, he's like, well, I'm going to be on away on a trip. You can do whatever. Bring Mike in. That's fine.
Yeah. I will donate to the campaign.
Be a stunt dick.
Bring me in, Tulsi. Bring me in. You need to outreach to the right wing. Bring me in. I'll get you that right wing vote. I know my own people.
That's great.
Yeah, but she's hot. I want to get another bullet point.
I'm gonna check her out because I really don't know much about her looks. I have not paid much attention to her. I knew more about her background, but I've never seen her.
I wanted to tell you this one. You see, e-cigarettes are banned in San Francisco. So can you imagine that? So like Frank and all these people that vaping is too gay for San Francisco.
Holy shit, man!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's cute.
Oh my god.
But did you hear about San Francisco?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did hear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Vaping is too gay for San Francisco. They banned it.
Well, is it a safety concern?
Probably
because there've been people having to explode and stuff, so I wasn't sure.
I know they might want to clean the explosive diarrhea on their streets.
Yeah,
they might want to get to that instead of worrying about people fucking vaping. But whatever. Well, I just thought it was funny. It's like they want to legalize like full-on narcotics use in that town.
Yeah,
but you can't vape, and I hate vaping. And I agree to the no vape.
But clear up everything else first. Worry about the more important stuff.
Yeah, worry about cleaning shit off your street.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of was why there was like a lady who had it explode in her face and it messed up her jaw, fractured her jaw when it blew up, and another lady who was driving and it blew up and her car caught on fire.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why, but
they probably just, I don't know. They're just everything's upside down in that town. It's just so strange.
It is strange. Morgan was there.
Yeah, I want to ask him what he thought of it. He actually, I think he kind of liked it, didn't he?
I'm sure it's nice if you go to all the right spots. Man, someone is setting off some shit outside your house.
Got some serious fireworks getting
that actually,
off.
I saw the reflection in your front window, but it boomed over here.
Yeah.
The studio window over here.
You know, another thing about those DNC debates, it looked like that Beto O'Rourke guy.
Yeah.
He got friend-zoned by Tulsi.
I'm not a fan of him
He's
either.
just the ultimate free. He's just like just dork.
Yeah,
you know?
the random just speaking in Spanish stuff. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah, I get it. You know who Bush did that too.
That's true.
He would, but it was like, come on, guys, you're not setting the right thing.
Yeah, but wasn't he on stage with the guy who was actually Hispanic?
And
that Castro guy?
That guy probably can't speak Spanish.
Oh, I don't know. I think that guy can. Yeah, actually, I think his parents were born in Mexico. I'm pretty sure he can speak. He's a twin, also.
Speak American.
I think that's the one that's a twin. But it's like funny. It's like I wanted to see his face. I only saw a couple of pictures. I didn't watch any of the debates at all. But I wanted to see that guy's face when O'Rourke started speaking in Spanish. Like, what the hell are you doing, fool?
I'm an honorary Mexican. Yeah, I don't know, man. But kind of on the hipster front, like we're talking about San Francisco and hyper progressivism. This is another hipster thing. Because I'm out and about doing deliveries all the time to places that have pallets, and I see these fucking nerdy pallet collector people to do their pallet gardens and shit.
Oh yeah.
And this guy, I pull up to the stop, and he's like blocking the dock of where I got to go because these people they don't dispose of their pallets anymore because so many people come get them.
Yeah,
they just put them outside, and people will either get them to use for their business or for their stupid pallet garden. And there's this guy in a man bun blocking the dock. He has his tape measurer out.
He had a man bun?
Yeah, he had a
I think the law says you can run him over legally.
I wanted to.
That's a law. You can.
And he's like measuring the pallets, and I'm like, I did like not a fuck you honk, but like a little beep, beep beep, because you got the horn, and then you got the air horn which blows their eardrum out, and then you got a regular horn.
Like a car does.
And I'm like, ding, ding. And he's like, he did the 1 minute thing, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And he's taking forever. And he's measuring. I finally get out, and I wasn't mean or nothing. I was like, dude, I don't have time for you to measure all of these pallets. I got to get in the dock. Go on the. He had a whole. Again, it's the thing I talk about all the time. There's an entire side of the parking lot over there. You can park over there, and I can get in this dock. And he just kept measuring. Finally, I did the.
Blew his eardrums out. His man bun exploded.
Yeah, he like real quick got in and moved over. He had a cube truck too.
Really?
Like a cube, decent sized cube truck. But
I don't have an issue with the pallet gardens because it's actually easier than doing a real thing. I don't have to do as much work. I still don't do it.
It's another thing I want to ban.
What? Pallet gardens?
Pallet gardens because of people that do them, except you. I'm okay
no, I don't have one.
I'm okay with you doing it.
I'm like, that'd be cool because it looks way easier than regular gardening, but I still never took the initiative and did it.
You just fucking dump. What do they do? Just dump topsoil between the ridges or whatever, and
yeah, basically, and it actually grows up between the slats, so it keeps animals out for longer too. So it's like a protective thing too.
Yeah, and you know how I always complain about people.
Yeah,
and I'm always mad at people for different things.
Well, people suck.
Yeah, they do, and I always feel like because I get conspiratorial, like there's some sort of thing out to get me. Well, I saw a guy where the world was out to get him.
Yeah,
and I was kind of observing his pain. So I go into a Subway, and they got a major like construction project going on the main road by where the Subway is.
I think I know where you're at.
And the construction workers, about 3 or 4 of them come in there.
Is the Subway near a roundabout?
No, it's Novi.
No, it's not Auburn Hills.
It's not. Yeah.
And
I kind of
because they're working on the road right there too.
And I go into the and I look, man, construction workers. I kind of hate them.
Give them a break.
Because besides delaying me forever,
yeah.
When I get into when you go into a place where they're eating, it's like middle school.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there are every other word. Look, I swear, I'm a grown ass man. I swear, I cuss. But there's kind of a time and a place for it. And I'm in a Subway, and they're a motherfucking like
pussy.
Like, all of a sudden, it doesn't matter where in the world they are. They're fucking New Yorkers somehow.
Yeah.
And it seems like even the new guy that's starting out, that's 21, still looks 35. They all look middle-aged, no matter how old they are. They all look 35.
The day they start a construction job, they age.
Yeah, you could be right out of high school. You look 35.
Yeah.
And they're always like slap fighting and shit, acting like
I know in a Subway.
They're my age. It's like you could fucking guys, you're my age. You're acting like fucking idiots. And there's this other guy behind me who I know he's thinking the exact same thing. And he's like kind of rolling his eyes, and look, you could tell he's just annoyed, but he's keeping it to himself. And anyways, the construction guys kind of go sit down and do their smack fight, arm wrestling, or whatever it is immature 40-year-olds do.
They probably broke the table with their arm wrestling.
Yeah, that happened here. It's all like a team of Franks.
Yeah.
That's what these guys were. But anyway, so this guy, he's behind me. He gets his sub, and you could tell he does not want to sit in the restaurant, but he doesn't want to go back to wherever his work or whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes outside, and he's standing by a garbage can eating because he wants to be away from everybody. And this dude is standing out there just wanting to be in peace. And some fucking random guy walks up with a cigarette and just starts talking his ear off while he's trying to eat.
He can't win.
And he's like, you can just see him just trying to eat his sandwich as fast as he can.
Damn.
So he got away from the immature construction workers.
Yeah.
Now he's by some fucking random dude that just wants to talk his ear off.
Just some guy.
And he's like, you could just see, he's like, I can't win. And he just walks off eating what was left. I'm like, Like I understand where that guy's coming from.
Next
I
up,
get
he's
it.
in the porta potty by the construction site. This is,
He's just
and then somebody's knocking on the door. I gotta get in there. You just can't win.
you can't catch a break.
Oh man, poor guy.
And then when I went to leave that subway, by the way, I almost got ran over.
Oh,
I went to walk. You know how you're supposed to wait for pedestrians?
yeah.
This fucking idiot on a phone just texting. This woman almost just clipped me, and I'm just like, oh my god, man, I don't want to leave the house anymore.
It's terrible.
I just don't.
I don't understand. It's just certain. I mean, every area has them, but it seems like when you go to certain areas, like the area you were in, and then some of the, there's certain areas you go there, and that kind of shit just happens all the time where people are just not paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It happens here too. Don't get me wrong.
It's an epidemic. And another thing too about like not just Subway only has usually the one door, but like I went to Hungry Howie's the other day, or you go to a gas station. You know how they have two doors?
Yeah.
What is the point in locking the one?
Oh, I don't know.
Why the fuck? Why do you have to lock one and leave? What does it hurt that both of them can open?
I don't know. I never understood
If you have
that.
one, like you go to pull, it's always the right one. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? Do you have to? Is it more likely to get robbed? Oh, that place has only one open door. I'm not hitting there.
If I go through this door that's 2 feet to the right, I have a better vantage point of robbing this place.
You only got a 50-50 shot of getting right in.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I know. I don't get it either. Why have two doors then?
Yeah, just have them fucking both unlocked. Now, some places I get it because they might have like a rack of gum there by the door, by the locked door.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't fucking get it. I'm not gonna. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just one of those things that's irritating. I know.
Yeah, it's like you can't run a business and have fucking both doors open. It would just be easier.
If the doors were in different locations, like you had one door over here and then one door 10, 15 feet away on the other next part of the building or something. Yeah, okay, I guess. Just have one open. But they're literally right next to each other. What is the advantage of having one of the doors that touch each other locked?
It doesn't make any sense. And then if you get a delivery, the guy that's bringing all the crates of pop in, you can just have them use the one door because it's unlocked, and the customers can come.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I never understood that.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just, I know it's stupid.
It's one of life's irritating things is locked doors.
Yeah, these things all matter a lot.
No,
Everything I'm talking about
I agree.
is the pinnacle of what you should care about.
It's annoying.
Because it bothers me personally. So since it bothers me, you have to care. All of you.
All of you. Many of you listening.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of some more stuff that bothers me while I'm sitting here. Might have to eat these roasted potatoes in a minute.
We
here.
talked about people that text while driving, which
That's an epidemic, by the way.
It is. It really is. People just don't stop.
Because I can look down at people when I'm in my truck, and I would say, I'm not kidding, it's probably 10% of everybody on the road that I see just
I'd be surprised if it was only 10, honestly.
Flat out does it, like, that I see. That means probably 30% do it outright.
Yeah.
But that I just personally witness, like, one of every 10 cars is doing it, and they're swerving all over the place, and I just try to do the beep, not the honk with the big horn, so it kind of wakes them up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that don't, then I got to do the...
I don't get it.
Yeah,
Especially on freeways. I'll do it on, smaller roads. I am guilty of it too, but if I'm driving on the freeway and I'm going 80 miles an hour, I am not looking at my fucking phone.
No.
I do not understand that.
Because you could kill somebody.
Yeah. Or you could drop
kill
my
yourself,
phone.
or just...
I was more worried about dropping my phone, but...
I don't know. You know how I told you about how it's $11,000 fine for a CDL driver?
Yeah.
Should be for anybody.
I agree.
That way, because it's... I've told the story on here, but when I was walking down this major road that's just to the north of me here, and it just happened. Kid texting just slammed right into a bus.
Yeah.
Stop, and he looked like meat when I walked up to there.
Yeah,
it looked like something you see in a Saw film. That's all. I couldn't distinguish what he looked like. I don't even know if it was a he. Well, it was a he because I saw the story the next day.
Yeah. That was
but
crazy.
You couldn't tell anything. It just looked like meat because he was texting and he went right in because there's a bus stop right there at the end of my street.
Yeah, I know.
And it stopped and that kid fucking went 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. He was probably going 50.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
Just made meat out of him. It was
Probably
fucking
barely.
disgusting.
If he hit the brakes at all, maybe, but still.
Probably didn't. The
Probably
way that
did not.
car looked.
Nope.
He just flat
Man,
out
I forgot about that. And that wasn't that long ago either. And I completely forgot about that until just now.
about 2 years.
Was it only 2? Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was this past year. I thought it was right after the other incident
Well,
down the street.
it was before winter.
Oh, yeah.
Then I quit walking this winter because of the shootings.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going for walks anymore. So it was the winter before the shootings.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was around the same time as the shooting.
So now if I do walking, it's going to be at a gym.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking.
Go up to the high school, walk on their new track.
Probably get shot there too.
You might.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to do anything anymore. It's not safe.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, this 7-Eleven up here. I went up there this morning to get a coffee, and there was this big shouting match between the Pakistani guy and then the black guy, and they were arguing because the Pakistani guy didn't know how to run the number machine. He's like, "Bro, I'm from New York. I don't know how to do." He didn't know how to run it, and the guy was furious that he didn't know how to run the numbers machine or something about it. And I was thinking, man, instead of you guys arguing for 20 minutes, just go to another place. I mean, I know he should know. Technically,
He should know how.
He absolutely should know how. But once he tells you he doesn't know, that's the end of it. There's nothing he can do.
He's not going to magically
do all
know.
your motherfuckering and bitching on the way to the next place.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do.
Because he could go any direction and within a minute find another place that sells tickets.
Yeah. If I go somewhere and they say, we don't do that, I'm going to be pissed. Like, I might say, really? But I'm not going to be... Arguing with him ain't going to make him suddenly know how to do it.
Yeah, he's going to be, oh, you just made it pop in my head. I remember exactly
By
how to do this.
By insulting me, now I get it.
Yes.
I can run the machine because you fucking just told me I'm a motherfucker. Awesome.
That was a secret.
I get it. It just sinks in now. Thank you for insulting me.
It's great.
But see, I didn't know if he was making up an excuse either because he just didn't like the guy because he was being mean too. They were both being real
back
shitty.
and forth, yeah.
And they were both kind of campaigning for my approval. Like, can you believe this guy? Like they were like, dude, don't drag me into this shit. They're like, I'm a white guy, I can't win.
Yeah.
If I
actually, you've already won everything.
Yeah, but I can't win if there's a fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Because man assaults minorities. I can't do anything. So I got to just pretend that I don't even hear anything. Well, I just want my coffee.
Yeah, but then if they start fighting for real, you're the white guy who just stood there and watched.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my luck, I would pull the one guy off the other, and he would break his ankle or something.
Yeah.
Falling. You broke my ankle. They look at this guy has a Stormfront account.
Oh God,
that's why he did it. He broke my ankle
on purpose. He snapped.
He tried to snap me. White people are evil. I told you. Never trust them. Never have them. You guys are just fighting with each other, man.
I was saving people.
My imaginary fight where I get blamed because of my race.
Yep, it's going to happen. One day that's going to happen. Don't worry.
It's totally going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Speaking of sort of kind of a 7-Eleven thing, remember the Encino Man film where he goes into the wheezing the juice?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with my take, but I just want to talk about Pauly Shore. I brought this up.
We talked about that the other day because I'd watched it with the kids quite a few years ago, and what were we watching the other day?
Son-in-Law?
No, actually it wasn't Pauly Shore. It was Brendan Fraser. Airheads.
Oh, yeah.
Donovan had never seen Airheads. He wanted to watch it, so we watched it.
That dude was huge for a while. He was in everything.
Yeah, and now he's flat broke, I guess, because all the what do you call it?
Child support?
Child support and alimony and stuff.
Is he a Sean Kemp? Went around fucking?
No, he just got married very easily. He's been married twice.
Oh,
and no prenup at all.
I know. I saw in my YouTube thing why Hollywood don't cast him. I don't usually watch them, but
yeah.
I know the Katherine Heigl one's basically because she's a bitch and no one can stand her.
God, she's so good looking though.
Yeah, she's really hot as fuck. But
I
guess she's impossible to deal with though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But Brendan Fraser's generally people say he's a nice guy, really nice guy. Again, he's Canadian, so he probably is.
Yeah,
but it's just he got older, he got thicker, and
Yeah, put on a little weight.
put on a little bit of weight. I mean, he's in stuff sporadically now. The DC Universe show Doom Patrol, he's in that, but it's just his voice, and then him in flashback sometimes. But really, I don't know anything else. I can't think of anything else has been in recently.
No, he hasn't been in anything in a long time.
Not like he used to be. I mean, he had like that. God, man, it was forever. Basically, from Encino Man, and a little bit after that. But now all of a sudden he started making stuff, and it was like once that Mummy movie hit, it was like nonstop for like 10 years. He was in something every single year.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to bring up the Pauly Shore thing, because for some reason I watched like a year or two old interview with him and Rogan.
Okay.
Pauly Shore was being interviewed by him. And Rogan, I mean, I try not to rip on Rogan because someone that has to talk 3-4 hours multiple times a week, you're going to say stupid, like, if you go off, they say stupid shit or something about them you don't like, it's kind of petty because when they talk that much, you're going to do something to bother somebody.
Yeah.
But what he did with Pauly Shore was like really fucking dumb. Pauly Shore, remember how he was in the 90s? He was huge.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a pop culture icon.
Yeah.
He was big shit. Whether you feel he's talented or not, I'm not saying that, but there was no doubt he was a big entity.
I agree.
And he was talking to Rogan about it. He goes, he goes, for a long time I was depressed because he's like, Rogan's like, why? He's like, because I was a big star and then I became nothing. He's like, but why would that bother you? He's like, because I was a big star and then I had everything and then no one cares who I am. And he's like, but why would Rogan literally didn't get it. I'm like, why would you not get why
what
someone...
What happened if all of a sudden you didn't have the Joe Rogan podcast or UFC anymore?
Yeah, like, you're making me defend Pauly Shore, you fuck.
Yeah.
Like, but
asshole.
But seriously, the guy was like, for about 5 years or 6, what was it? Wasn't quite 10, right?
No, I don't think it was.
He was a big thing in the early 90s to the mid 90s.
Early
to mid 90s.
Yeah.
He was a big deal. And then he's nothing. And then he was like a butt of a lot of jokes, and everyone made fun of how shitty his movies were. That has to suck. I would assume that he was depressed without even him telling me. I just would know.
Yeah.
Because I know how I would be if I had everything taken from me because people started making fun of me and I just suddenly fell off the map. Yeah, I would be fucking depressed, Joe. Why don't you get it?
Well, and I don't know about Rogan himself, but there's a lot of comedians that didn't like Pauly Shore at all because they think the way he got started was his mom owned the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And they think that was his in. He kind of used that to get some of this other stuff, and that's how he worked. If
maybe Joe was just busting his balls, I don't know.
Even if his career didn't work, everybody knew he was going to inherit the Comedy Store when his mom died, and he did basically. He inherited it. So he always had a fallback. So maybe that's why they didn't respect him.
I mean, but I guess it just didn't fit.
But if somebody's depressed, you don't just keep on saying, why?
Yeah, it didn't
They
fit.
just
Like,
are.
even because he was like Rogan wasn't being combative with him. Rogan was just talking to him about the Comedy Store and
Yeah.
the 90s and being this pop. But he said, "I don't get it. Why would that bother you? Like, are you fucking kidding me, Joe?
Why would-
really? Like you said, Joe, what would happen if the Joe Rogan Experience all of a sudden had our viewership?" Like,
or
you know, like,
or you said one thing that pissed me off and you're off the air. You're not on. You don't have a podcast anymore.
yeah, you're
It's over.
You're just gone.
And all of a sudden you're not doing UFC pay-per-views anymore.
Yeah, it just nobody cares about Joe Rogan
Yeah.
suddenly. Yeah, you'd be depressed, Joe.
That's
Sorry.
That's a stupid question.
All the fucking mushrooms and kettlebells wouldn't fix it. You'd have fucking depression. Okay? That was really stupid.
I don't get that.
Like I said, it's just, I don't know. I mean,
Why
even
does
though
anybody get depressed? It doesn't matter. It just happens.
it doesn't.
It's a chemical thing. What are you going to do?
But Paulie's depression is totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe Rogan's thinking to himself, well, you've got tons of money anyway, you're never going to be broke. But being relevant to not relevant still matters.
Yeah. Especially when your career is being relevant.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jerk.
Yeah, I don't know that Joe's a jerk, but I think sometimes he tries this. He's so much of like a kind of a type A or like a alpha type that he just. I think he's detached.
Yeah, probably.
In a way, but he's around people that get punched in the face, so they're like, maybe he don't get it. I don't know. But Joe, man, come on,
Joe.
But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, there are UFC fights tonight.
I heard that,
and
I heard your prediction that the one big guy will punch the other big guy and it'll end badly.
Yeah, the big dude will punch the other big dude and it will end in violence.
Yeah. Actually, that could be a good fight, Ngannou and Dos Santos.
Absolutely. It sure could.
Yeah. The other fights, I didn't know much about anybody.
No, I didn't. There was like, you don't want to call, I won't say somebody's a no-name, but I don't follow it like I used to. They could be decent, but I didn't really recognize anybody else on the card. I
didn't either.
I mean, 5 years ago, I knew everybody up fucking down the roster. Guys in the feeder leagues even I knew to a point.
Those two, and honestly, I don't remember. No, Damian Maia's fighting.
An MMA podcast shared us the
the one I told you about, the Caged in the Cave.
Caged in the Cave.
Well,
and I went and I followed the guy back and to see what kind of podcast he does.
Yeah,
and he's a local MMA guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I don't know much about the local scene, but maybe I ought to look into it. I
don't know if he did it because he actually liked it or he's just doing us a solid because we're all from the same area.
Could be.
Yeah, and
I highly doubt he listened to anything.
Yeah.
Man, I love these guys. They really get me going for work today.
I shared it and then I posted it on one of the pages and then he shared it within 15 minutes. So I'm sure he did not listen to any of it. He just saw
in 15 minutes. He listened to all 22 episodes we had out at the time.
So yeah, I'm sure he just said, "Hey, these guys are from next door. I'll just send it over."
It's the next city over. I like these guys.
Yeah,
based on nothing.
Good times though. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks for
Hey, it could help. You never know.
Yeah,
that could be our ticket.
That could be our ticket to the local MMA community.
Yeah. Well, I checked them out because I couldn't find they had a podcast at one point, and I couldn't find it on anything else, but I looked at it on SoundCloud, and they have 42 followers, so it's not huge.
You got a lot of page likes, though.
They're page likes, yeah.
But Facebook, people always shit on Facebook. Facebook seems to be the place to get get people that engage with you.
Yeah.
I don't like Mark Zuckerberg either, but goddamn, the Facebook works for us.
Yeah, it's the easiest one if you want to advertise something, it's by far the easiest thing.
Yeah, and they say Facebook's losing money. I'm like, how? Everybody I know is still on there.
Everybody's. I mean,
and they own Instagram.
Yeah,
Instagram's everything,
and that's what I like about it. Because if you do boost a post, you can select to have it shown on Instagram. So it's not just on Facebook; it's all shows up on Instagram. Which I've never seen one of our things on Instagram. I know you guys have.
Yeah, but I've not have.
But I like that option.
Kate took a screenshot. She goes, "You guys are just getting I think Brian boosted that, Kate."
I probably did, yeah.
Yeah, but she was like, "You guys are on Instagram. Holy shit!" I was like, "Well, she follows our page, but we had just a random ad."
It was an ad, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, we boosted that. I think
we did."
And
I think it was probably the first one we ever boosted. I don't remember what it was.
No, it was just the thing that was just a picture, and it kind of described what we do.
Yeah, so yeah,
12-year hiatus from being a pirate.
Yeah, I might have seen it. No, I definitely have never seen it on Instagram. Other people have.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I got to pee in a minute here, so I got to give you something that you can talk about while I go pee. And I'm trying to you gonna think of anything you want to give a take on.
I can bitch about baseball.
Go ahead. Talk about your kids the weekend.
Oh my god,
I got to piss.
I don't even really want to talk about it. It pissed me off so bad, but
because you're fucking burnt too, dude. Your
I'm
skin's
burnt.
all
I was outside
fuck.
for 6 hours today, and went to another baseball tournament. We do them every weekend now, and they play a minimum 3 games. And they played 3 games last weekend, 2 games so far this weekend, and my son hasn't played an inning yet. Now, it is a tournament-based thing, but it's not a tournament league. It's basically a house team, as we call it, because they didn't have enough kids for a full league at our usual place. So they took whatever kids did sign up, put them on a team, and it's supposed to be you find a way to play everybody no matter what. And it hasn't happened yet. And they've had some short games because they've been mercied a few times. The team's not good. They're not that good. They have, and it's not necessarily their fault. There's some talent there, but you can't expect to win tournaments with 6 weeks of practice when we're playing against kids with 6 months of practice. But there's been some blowouts in there. So they haven't played any full games yet, but counting the scrimmage at the beginning of the season and now 5 games into the season, they've played about 25 innings of baseball. And my kid hasn't played yet. So my kid wants to quit, which I don't like. We've never let him quit before, and we weren't going to, but it's getting to the point where if you're not going to play him, what's the point of him being there? How many baseball teams were you on growing up? You were on one every year.
Every year I was on one team.
Until you're 15, right?
Yeah.
15 or 16, whatever it was. Did you ever have 17 kids on your team?
No.
Because it makes no sense. It's baseball.
Fuck no.
Because you have a starting 9 and you have 3 backups, maybe 4.
It was usually 12, 13.
Yeah. 13's like the cap, the max you should have. But because this was supposed to be a league, a 15U league like they always have there, they didn't get the sign-ups. They ended up taking every kid that signed up and making a house team that plays tournaments. Just small tournaments, nothing big.
Yeah.
They haven't played a complete game yet. Okay? They played 3 games last weekend. They played 2 games Saturday. Total of 4 innings, 2 innings per game. They got mercied both times. They played Sunday, and they're playing 4 full innings that day. It was a much closer game, but still the same thing. Today, they played 2 games, 4 innings and 5 innings. Plus, they played a scrimmage against another tournament team before the season started, which was a 6-inning scrimmage. And in that time, 24 innings, my kid hasn't played once. He's the only kid on the team that hasn't played. So he's ready to quit. But we've always told them, you signed up for it, you committed. We told you before, if you want to play, you're going to play. You're not going to quit. But what is he supposed to do when he doesn't get to play?
Yeah, like ever.
Ever. And that's the thing.
Sucks. There's one thing like I did always hate. I mean, granted, I wasn't a great player, but I always started.
Yeah.
But I always used to hate that the guys that weren't any good. You had to play them a certain amount.
But it's 2 innings.
But this is completely different than that. This is not letting him play at all. Yeah. And I'm sure he's not that bad. He's been playing baseball for years.
I will tell you that
I've never seen him play, but I know he's not.
He's not a great player. He's not. But that's the thing. No one is. They've got some okay players on the team. There's nobody who's like standouts.
I guess my point is, what's the difference between him and then the 4 or 5 guys above him? Well, probably not much at all.
And you get a coach, that's the other thing. The coach is, not that there's something wrong with the young coaches, but you're talking about, you got 16-year-olds on this team, and their coach is 20 years old. This guy is only 4 years older than him. And
he's young enough to be your fucking son.
He basically is. He's still passionate about it, but you can be passionate about it and you still want to win, but you have to be fair about it. And when he had the meeting about this team, when we decided there wasn't going to be a league, let's do this team, that everybody was going to play. Those were his words. So we're not making him do it. It was his words, and
you're holding him to his own standard.
The team was run through the same organization that we've always gone through, that you always went through. We've all gone through from when we were kids.
Yeah, I remember.
So, yes, you're a tournament team, but you still have to play by your organization's rules. But with the tournaments being so far away, you didn't get anybody from the organization there until today.
And
he's adding, but that's the thing. He had 2 people quit, and then without any authorization, added 2 people. Okay, younger kids, but they're catchers, and they came in. One kid didn't show up to the game; it already started, and he got to play 4 innings.
Wow.
Yeah, he basically came in and
that is horse shit.
Yeah. So
see what
I don't like my kid quitting. It's always
anything. Well. And didn't you say that they generally lose, right?
They haven't won yet.
So what's the fucking point?
That's the thing.
That you can put him if there's like a playoff slot at hand at what do you call it, at risk.
Yep.
Then maybe you don't want to play the guys that aren't so talented, but to fucking on a team that loses all the time, I'd be like, just as an experiment, even if the guy I didn't think had a lot of grip, like, let's see what happens. Put him out there.
Yep.
There might be why wouldn't he try it? You're fucking losing, dude.
Well, and
you're fucking losing. Get everybody out there. See what happens.
That's
Experiment.
the thing that's pissing my son off is because this is his second year with that coach. Last year it was a regular league. We had 3 teams, so we just played at the usual place. And this guy came on, and my wife was technically a head coach, but she basically let him run with it because he was new and he wanted to be a coach, but they didn't know him. Nobody knew him, not even the organization. So they're like, all right, we'll see how he does. In the 2 years he's been with this guy, he's never missed a practice. He's never missed a game. Nothing. He always works, and he might not be great, might not be good, but he's always there. You can't say that for everybody else. And the kids that aren't always there still play.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
And you're right, because they lost today. The second game was more competitive, but the first game was 20-5. They lost 20-5. They got mercied in the 4th inning. The second game was closer, ended up being 9-1. But at the bottom,
come on, coach, you're gonna fucking lose anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally
put my fucking nephew out there.
They got outscored today, 29-6. Last weekend in 3 games, they got outscored. Let me do some math real quick. 64-4 in 3 games last weekend. Something like that.
So he's one of these guys that's trying to be competitive when there's no prayer any fucking way.
Now, this guy is 2 years removed from playing at a local prep school.
Okay, yeah.
And had a scholarship to play at Michigan. Like he was going to pitch.
Catholic prep school?
Yeah, they are Catholic. It's right down the street.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
It's on, not in the mile road, but the half-mile road.
Yeah, the one Sal went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
But, yeah, so he went there. He has a scholarship, and he blew his arm out. He had 2 Tommy Johns, and if he wanted to pitch again, they're like, well, you have to have another surgery. He's like, I'm done pitching.
Yeah, and I know you're coming from a legit place because you were never the guy that they got it out for my son. And never,
no.
Like, you always were graceful with everything with, you know.
My
dad was always my coach, so I got treated worse than everybody on the fucking team.
My wife, too. Same thing. Her dad was always one of her coaches.
My dad treated me worse than any player he had.
Because
the other parents still acted like he favored me.
Yeah.
I was the only kid that routinely got screamed at. It was just me, nobody else. And they're like, "You're favoring him." And it's like, no, he's pretty horrible to me. I mean, I'm kind of.
He
joking.
wasn't abusive.
He wasn't abusive, but he knew if he was mad at how everybody was behaving. Guess who got it?
Yep,
me. I got all the wrath of everybody else. But I remember the 1 year, I led the league in home runs. Because I was a big kid. I never got any taller than 5'10", but I was 5'10" really fast.
Yeah.
So I led the league in home runs. I was a good power hitter. And when I got team MVP, and the team voted.
Yeah, not the coach.
I got team, and they accused my dad of favoritism. And a coach of the other team, my dad was talking to the guy and say, "Yeah, they think I fucking did it because I favored." He's like, "Your son's the best home run hitter in the whole league."
Yeah.
So he's certainly your best player. And that was when I was on my second year. So, you get the 1 year you're the younger kid, and then the second. So, and I was born in September.
Yeah.
So I was like monstrous.
Yeah.
I had like the perfect cutoff. I was just at the cutoff. Like I was like the oldest kid on the team always. Yep. But so it was like cheating. And they still didn't like that I got it. And I'm not saying it was great. I was just older than everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And you, like you said, at that point, you were the size you are now, basically.
Yeah, I was 5'10" in Little League.
And it was 25 years ago.
Yeah, and I had big shoulders. I'd fucking destroy the ball. But
wasn't that the year where you didn't even play the rest of the season? You went to Kentucky for a couple weeks, and you came back, and you were still the home run leader?
Yeah. I came back, and I remember the guy that guys who went to school with, their dad or their uncle owned the brake shop.
Oh, yeah.
And he was going to send someone to get me because they were doing the tournament.
Oh, okay.
And he called my uncles down in Kentucky. He got the number. Said, "We really need you, Mike," because they wanted. I was like, "I'll send someone down there to get you." I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm
good."
Right. But here's the thing: that the reason I quit baseball and I quit my last year, I just quit. And I never quit anything in my life. I just put up with whatever. The guy tried to change how I bat it,
I never understood that.
And he would like hold your elbow up and do this because he played for he didn't play for them Cincinnati Reds, but they're one of their farm teams. Okay. The guy was a legit player, but he tried to. Well, you'd be so much better if you do this. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to make it sound more badass than it is, but it's kind of like a fighting style. Everybody has their own way.
Yeah,
I sucked at every sport I ever played, but as a baseball hitting, not at fielding, I sucked at fielding. At hitting, I knew how to do it really well.
Yeah,
it was the one thing I could do.
And they tried.
I was a terrible fielder. I was slow. I didn't have a lot of talent, but I could hit a fucking baseball. I don't need you to tell me how to hit a goddamn baseball.
No.
I've been doing it. It's the only thing I thought of my whole life. He was so annoying that I fucking quit. I just couldn't take it. I'm like, I'm going to Kentucky, man. I don't got nothing to prove. I'm better than all these motherfuckers. I'm like, I'm leaving.
I'm better than all of you. Wow.
I'd left, man. I just quit. I couldn't stand that fucking guy. And he was so arrogant. I remember he was hitting balls to us, and we kept dropping them because we were kids. We didn't have those flip sunglasses, and we didn't have the. And he goes, the sun's in her fucking eyes. I can't see, And he's like, bullshit. And he went out there and he caught it. I'm like, you got a visor and glasses. I'm arguing with an adult. And he goes, all right, fine. He takes the hat off to prove me wrong, and the fucking ball hits him in the chest.
See?
So he couldn't see. Cincinnati Reds, motherfucker.
Is this somebody I know?
No.
Okay.
His name was Jeff. And he wasn't the coach.
Wait, was red hair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was my coach when I was
I fucking hated that guy.
He was my coach in my 1 year with the A's. Me and Joe and Dan were all on the same team.
I'm so aggravated with Jeff. I want to fight him present day. Wow, me and Jeff.
He moved up because he used to help Danny. Danny's dad coach.
Well, I love Danny's dad.
Yeah, he was great.
He was an awesome guy.
He got into a fight with the Tigers coach in the parking lot.
And I think Danny listens, and he probably is friends with Jeff. I don't really want to fight Jeff.
No,
I'm not going to really beat him up if I see him. I hope he's alive.
Yeah, that guy was our assistant coach.
I don't. He annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah,
he fucking aggravated the shit out of me. And then I don't know.
Cincinnati Reds suck.
But to just prove though, how talent is everything. The one sport though I thoroughly enjoyed playing the most, I was the worst at. I loved playing basketball.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
I would always play basketball out in my yard, and I never was good.
No,
Ever.
It's just fun, though.
But it's
fun,
matters.
but like you said, it might be... It's literally not even the top 1% of people who can play it professionally. It's less than 1%.
You have to be tall and gifted at the same time to have a chance. Just to have a chance.
Just to have a chance.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Because there's plenty of people that have the talent, but it's just something that's not there, Man.
I know what Jeff tried to make me do that. I told you, the elbow. He wanted me to do the fucking elbow thing. Yeah. Like I was 9 years old just learning.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
You're 15 at the time.
I'm sorry, I'm a black belt in hitting. Leave me the fuck alone.
There's just some certain things. Now, if you're trying to change someone's stance or pitching style because, we had a kid who they tried changing his pitching style a little bit. Only because his elbow hurt all the time after he was done pitching. And they're like, it's your delivery. You're hurting your elbow. And this is coming from a guy who had not from me, from the coach, who's blew out his arm and had 2 different surgeries on it. So he knows what he's talking about in that regard. I don't like anything else he talks about, but he was right. And this kid fought him tooth and nail, like, I'm not changing my delivery style. I was like, all right. And guess what? His elbow still hurt. So something like that, if it's something that's hindering you and it's going to hurt you, I understand that. But if somebody's hitting the cover off the ball, why are you changing anything? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the funny thing is I don't have much competitive streak. When I think about being a kid, I get competitive again.
Yeah.
And I get mad because you remember our buddy Joey who lives in New York, and we did the softball throw field day at Eastland Junior High, and I outthrew him. I know I outthrew him because my ball went higher and further, and the girl who was judging was like, "Joey won," so I got the second place, and I was all like so fucking bitter about it because I didn't accept my award. they're all like, "Here, Mike, in the second place, Mike Justice. Mike, come up here." And I walked off. Fucking psychopath. I just couldn't hit because, like, I mean, I didn't throw it light years further than him, but it was further.
It was still noticeable. Yeah.
It was like, I mean, Joey was a better pitcher than me. He had a good arm, too, but he didn't beat me that day. There's no fucking way. Because we were always about the same.
Yeah.
You know, same with his brother. Like, because of the age difference, his brother was a year above me, so he was a little more. And I was a year above Joe, so I was a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever age kind of worked itself out. And anyway, I'll fucking throw him. Fucking bullshit.
I believe you. Honestly, I do. I think what happened was
and the girl that judged it was, I won't say her last name. Her name was Holly. Remember her? She had curly hair.
No.
Nah.
Wait, curly hair?
She had a French last name.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if she's married now. Well, she is married.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, she judged it, and I think she always liked Joe at the time. She's married to a different guy, and I was so pissed off. I'm like, you did because you fucking like Joe.
Yeah. Well, I remember a couple years later, Joe told me that he paid her off. I don't know if
I know he did.
He paid her off.
He paid her off because I won.
You won. He's like, no matter what, I win. She's like, $5. He paid her off.
My only competition's Mike. We got to beat him. I got to win. Yeah. The funny thing is, like, he was my friend, and Joe was always a laid back guy.
Oh yeah.
He didn't gloat or anything. He just was out there competing. But me, I took it all dead fucking serious. Like, I won. It's like, oh great, yeah. That's a great story for the bar when we grow up, Mike. You fag. That's probably what he's thinking.
And he
psychopath.
He was like a typical middle kid. Pretty well most of the time. When we blow up, we're angry, but we're most of the time relatively calm.
Yeah.
And, the older and the younger brother is always the one that seemed to be, because his older brother was definitely competitive, but the other one was like competitive but also angry a lot.
Yeah, they were both.
Yeah.
Oh my God! His older brother, cheating was just part of the game.
Oh my God!
If he wasn't cheating, he wasn't trying. In his mind,
all the time,
he would do all kinds of dirty shit. Playing against him was like going against a heel in pro wrestling.
It really was.
Anytime you went against him, he would fucking cheat.
That is such not an exaggeration.
Winning was the only thing that mattered to him.
Absolutely, yeah.
He would do anything to win. Like, I thought I had a temper. Nope. Not compared to him.
Oh,
he could out temper me any day of the week.
I remember his younger brother didn't get picked for All-Star, I think it was. They basically picked, and he probably should have been. He probably should have been, but he was like,
he was an athletic kid.
He was athletic, but a lot of times what they did was like they would pick players who were moving on, or so if they had like 3 or 4 kids are moving up to the next division, they'd pick them and then like one other kid to fill out the team because it felt bad. Not that those kids were actually the best, just they're moving up. We're going to take them because it might be the last time they ever make it. And he missed it because of that. And he was right. He was better than everybody. But what ended up happening was these 3 kids who were moving up, and then I think the 4th one was the coach's kid. And the coach's kid wasn't as good as him. But what are you going to do? He lost it, though. He lost it.
Yeah, he was screaming. And
oh, my God.
Or he wanted the mom to change the situation.
Yeah, he wanted.
Like she could.
How'd that poor lady get stuck?
Yeah,
their mom is...
She's the sweetest woman in the world.
Oh, my God.
And she had these 3 boys that were just super, super type A.
Yeah.
Aggressive. just and she was stuck with him all the time, man.
Joe was probably I don't know in their house, but he seemed like
He was the most mellow.
he was probably the easiest one to deal with. But when those three got together, I don't know how she dealt with all three of them.
I don't know, man. They were quite something, man.
Oh my god!
And then, but the youngest one, Jesse. Rest in peace. Jesse's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
But he was the one guy that was like within my height range. He was probably the only guy I ever met in my life that is the 5'10" normal height range like I am.
Yeah.
That had wider shoulders than me. He was wide.
Yeah, he was.
He was a fucking tank. Like everybody always goes, hey, dude, you got some big shoulders, man. They always, like this dude was fucking big. He was just a big, strong kid. And man, he was a left-handed bat.
Yeah.
He could fucking hit that ball, man.
He was good.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
But enough about my past that no one gives a shit about. Or maybe we could keep going. I don't know.
No, I'm trying to think of anything else. Do you have more bullet points?
I think I'm out of bullet points.
Yeah, I only had a couple. I think I already touched on them.
How long have we been going? I'm trying to think of something else before we go here. So we talk about Destiny.
Yep. Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. So I don't even remember who it was. Somebody else posted it, and I watched it real quick. Have you heard anything about Microsoft abandoning the lower tiered console? Remember they're supposed to have two when Scarlet becomes a thing next year. They're supposed to have the lower tier and then the performance tier.
Yeah, I heard they're dropping one of the tiers.
It'd be the lower one because they're worried that it's going to be too close to a Stadia, and Stadia is going to beat it. Is what I'm hearing.
Oh,
now.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear anything about it, but my prediction with Microsoft, given their resources, and they're going to put out something, and they always put. There's going to be different versions of it.
Yeah.
It'll start out, with the Anaconda or whatever they're hiring, but they'll offer an economical one. Like right now, you get the One S that doesn't have the disk drive.
Yeah.
They'll probably in a few years there'll be 4 fucking consoles you can pick from. Probably.
I think so. When I saw that, I'm like, I hadn't heard anything. I heard that
they're probably not going to put time into it going in.
Yeah.
Because they just want to we want to make a beast here.
Yeah, which I don't blame them.
And then they're worried about all companies are worried about the tariffs affecting price.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's all made overseas.
Yeah, it's true.
So I don't know, I'm predicting $500 price point
for
probably both consoles.
I think that's fair.
I think 500 will be where it starts. There were rumors that PlayStation might go higher, but I think they want to be competitive, and they probably don't want to go over 500 because being at 500 is what was one of the main things that killed the one going into this generation we're on now. People didn't, besides the Kinect and the DRM and everything else, but I think they really got to get. Even though 500 now would be good, considering both of these machines, the PlayStation 5 and the Anaconda, are going to be beasts.
Yeah.
So if it really is going to be that big generational jump like they're claiming, then 500 to me is fair. But I know a lot of people don't have fucking $500 sitting around.
Yeah, I know.
What I paid for the One X.
Yeah,
500 is what I paid for it.
That's true.
But everybody isn't in my position. I'm not wealthy or anything. I don't have 3 or 4 kids. A lot of people, they got a lot of expenses in life, and I'm not saying that 500 is nothing. 500 is something, but I just think 500 is fair if they're high performance, like they say.
Oh yeah, I agree. No, I think 500 would be, because I know there was a guy who said 400, and I was like, yeah, maybe that makes sense, but that's.
I think that's. If what they're saying about these consoles' capabilities is true, 400 is probably too optimistic.
But if they both come in at 500, it'll be fine. It's just, I don't remember if it was a PS2 or PS3 they brought out, and they was drastically overpriced.
Well, PS3 was PlayStation's worst generation.
I think there was one. It came in. It was like
600. I think
it was like $600. Yeah, and it just shot themselves in the foot.
Xbox hurt themselves by coming out at a 500, so that whoever comes out at a higher price point tends to really be coming from behind.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it would, but I think right now PlayStation is so popular. They're just so over the top. I think they could probably almost get away with what they want.
They could.
I really, as much as I love Xbox and it's my preferred brand, I don't see people defecting, especially considering the Game Pass. You'll be able to get on a PC or a Mac or anything.
Yeah.
That's the end game.
Yep.
So a guy that's got a decent desktop or even a shitty desktop that can stream okay, he's got his Game Pass, and then he's going to get a PlayStation.
Yeah,
you know,
why would it affect the exclusives alone? I mean, I guess would probably.
Yeah. Now, me, I just don't like the PlayStation controller. I discussed it last week. It's that simple.
Yep.
So I'm probably never going to get a PlayStation again.
No.
I bought the 4s. I don't like the controller. It's as simple as that. And my friends are all on the Xbox still. Most of them.
Most of them, yeah.
When I told you about like how you run into people, what system are you on, and then they're on the PlayStation. Well, that's new friends, so that's why I want crossplay. The new people you run into.
Yeah.
Well, kid at work, Noah. He listens. By the way, hi Noah. He's like he has an Xbox One, but the only thing he has running right now is his PS4 because he's in the process of getting a new house, and he doesn't want to,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it'd just be nice to just play with multi-plats with whoever. Because exclusives also tend to be single-player games anyway on the PlayStation side.
Yeah.
So it really wouldn't affect a PlayStation player, so they can just multi-plat play with your Xbox buddies, That's just the way it should be.
I agree.
And I don't know, man. I think, though, the wall's coming down because it's kind of becoming, like I was telling you about the EA has their service and Bethesda wants their service.
Yeah.
And Xbox is kind of going to be their own channel, their own app.
Yeah.
So I think in the end, they just want everybody to be able to play their shit wherever.
That's the way it should be.
And I think that's a good way. And Sony will have their exclusive that you got to buy a PlayStation to play, and they're going to make their money. And it's going to work out.
No matter what, these companies they're not going to lose money. No matter what, they're going to find a way to make money.
Yep.
So might as well just get with the times, man. Give people what they want.
I mean, if they get streaming down as good as they say it's going to get,
yeah,
I might not have to take this chair and turn it all the way around and look that way. I can just look right here at my Mac and just play. So I don't have to turn. I don't have to do a whole.
But that's
turn.
a bigger screen, though.
Yeah, that's true. But that way I can play on my Mac, my Game Pass, and then threaten people on Twitter that I disagree with.
You can do it all at one time. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it can be all one fucking fun big deal. All in one thing, man. Well, I think we're at about an hour and 38. We could probably stop.
All right, yeah.
I think we had a good talk. We fired it up. So the thing is, with the two of us, it's more direct.
Yes.
To the point. And then with the other guys, it's a 3-hour marathon of screaming, which is also fun.
It's also fun. It is.
We got 2 shows that go on in one show, really.
Well, the other thing about this one is most of the time we don't have to talk over anybody. We can talk.
Yeah.
And it's just us.
Well, I guess the only thing I feel kind of, I wouldn't say I feel bad, but it's kind of weird because, the people that listen, who are mostly our friends, they love when I snap and yell at people. Yeah. But me and you, even when we were kids and had worse tempers, probably only been in 3 fights.
Yeah.
Me and you don't really argue. Me and Frank argue the minute we're around each other, an argument starts.
Well, according to Frank, we agree on absolutely everything.
We fucking do not.
I know we don't. But according to him, he's like, yeah, there's not going to be any arguments because you guys agree on everything. I'm like,
Well, when I listen to the episode, like I told you, I binge listen to all our episodes because I'm always looking for funny clips to put up for people.
Yeah.
To kind of draw new people in or people that already listened to maybe that particular episode. So I put from episode 13 or whatever. And I listen to it, and there isn't always an argument, but there's always Frank in an argument.
Yeah, always.
I haven't argued with Matt Stones or none of our guest hosts, neither of the Jasons, your brother.
No.
Frank. But I like that. I think it's entertaining when Frank's here because Frank is someone that nudges you into an argument.
Oh no,
that's what he does.
I wish they were here. I actually.
No, I would give anything to have them both here.
Yeah,
because they're but Frank is always the art person to argue with.
Always.
But the funny thing, me and Frank, we get along real well. But how we argue on the show, that's how it is when we're just sitting at his table at his house.
Oh, yeah,
we just
that's
start
not
arguing. It just kicks off.
That is not an act.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not just part of the show. Me and Frank like to argue with each other. It's just what we do.
Yeah,
but he'll be back. I mean,
he'll be back. They always come back.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Frank's probably going to be a more of an intermittent host.
Wasn't he getting a camper?
And when Matt gets everything going with the new kid and everything, he'll be back probably every week most weeks.
Wasn't Frank getting a camper or something?
Oh, that story. Well, he probably ain't gonna be here to tell us. But he was supposed to get a camper.
Yeah.
And then he didn't. So his brother's like, I'm gonna give it to my daughter.
Oh.
So he didn't get the camper. But now he's up there with his brother and everything,
plotting his revenge.
Yeah, he's probably gonna fucking drown Dwayne in that lake up in Clare.
I was gonna say he could probably get a pretty nice. I mean, it's just him and the boys. Well, and then I guess Roxy, but still, you can get like a pop up for like pretty cheap.
Yeah, I mean they're not. I mean, I personally wouldn't get one, but if I had money to shit away, I would rather get one that was like I don't like this. I mean, again, it's probably from being a driver.
Yeah,
I don't like the instability of hauling a big fucking one. If I could afford one of them big nice ones, I would get one that you just drive the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
A bus. That's what I would prefer. I even like the old style, like the 70s or 80s style, that it's one thing.
I want a road rules, not quite, because theirs was like a 27, a 26, 28, like a 22-foot that sleeps 4. That's it.
Because them pop-ups, man, anything goes wrong, you're jackknifing. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Someone cuts you off and you got to slam. It ain't good, dude.
No.
It is not good.
That's why I would rather have an all-in-one, just an RV.
Yeah, all-in-one RV. Like I said, I know they're more expensive, but if I have money to shit away, then I'm getting that.
Oh yeah,
I got a tour bus, man. We're Motley Crue when we go.
I think you're thinking a lot bigger than me. Even I'm thinking I've actually looked at them before, and they're used, gently used, but like 22-foot, like Class C, which is just like a Ford E250, truck with the thing on top of it. But I don't want anything bigger than that. And it sleeps 4. Why do I need anything more than that?
Yeah, I mean, who
I don't want to drive anything bigger than that.
Who the fuck you gonna bring with you? 30 people. It's gonna be generally 3 or 4 people that are gonna go.
Yeah. I
don't
want
another thing to it.
Like
it can comfortably sleep 4, but you can do 6 if someone knows the floor or someone knows the.
Oh yeah, there's always ways to do it.
Yeah,
it actually has a sleeping, not quarters, but it has like the bed at the end of it, the master, and then like the table and bench turn into one, and then one like that usually has like a little sleeping bunk above the driver's seat.
And then you being a dad, all the screaming and fighting and bitching, you can put that all in the back.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be up in your fucking ear.
The thing that irritates me is we talked about it, my wife's like, yeah, we can bring the dogs. I'm like, oh. I like my dogs. I don't want to travel the country with my dogs.
No. But to get someone to care for them.
No, man, I'll just put a whole bag of food in the middle of the floor. Be like, here you go. And just shit wherever.
And dogs just generally only eat what they need. They don't overeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One dog I can't stop from eating. The other one I have to like convince her to eat. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I have fucking ravenous cats, so I can't imagine a ravenous dog.
My cat constantly meows. If somebody would walk in and they would hear my cat, they would think I never feed my cat. It's like nonstop.
Well, it's the same thing, man. With Dale's obese. I can't go anywhere near the kitchen.
See, because like I said, the one dog will eat whatever, but as a little treat, I'll give both the dogs a little bit of like shredded cheese or something on top of their food.
Yeah.
And it usually convinces her to eat. I'll give the cat a little bit of that cheese. It's like, hey, here's a little bit of cheese, and he'll eat it. And then I'll go down. He eats in the basement away from the dogs.
Yeah.
I'll go down. I'll give him food. He'll follow me down. He'll start eating. By the time I get back upstairs, he's upstairs meowing at me. Like, feed me. I'm like, I just fucking fed you, dick. And he'll do that for the next hour.
My cats are so annoying that I abstain from eating canned food sometimes because I don't feel like dealing with the aggravation. So, like, if I want to crack open a tuna or even a ravioli, like a can of ravioli, they think it's a can for them. And they're so annoying, even after I shove them, like physically shove them off the counter. Not hard to hurt them, but just enough to get them
get them out of the way.
Doesn't stop them. They jump right. You know.
Yeah, mine too.
It's not 1952, so you can't do the slap thing no more. You got to deal with it, and it's like, fuck away from me.
I didn't even eat a can of tuna the other day. I had one of those packs that you tear open the top and you can eat right out of the pack if you wanted to, the tuna. Like Bumblebee or Starkist has the...
Yeah.
I opened one of those, my cat... I just saw him like perk up, and he's like he smelled it right away, and immediately by my feet, like, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, people
and
that
I ate it, and I actually... He got jumped up on the table, and I'm like eating, and I'm like looking at him, like, like trying to taunt the cat. It's like, this is so good.
The thing is, people think cats are low maintenance. Nope. No, they're not. Now, if you have a feral that you feed, I think a lot of people think of it that way because they're dog people. Well, my uncle just feeds his cat. Yeah, your uncle's cat that lived on the back porch doesn't count.
No.
When you have a cat in your home, they're fucking high maintenance and annoying.
And in your home, domesticated cat is difficult.
Freaking annoying as hell.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't own a dog, because to me they're equally annoying in different ways. But I'm gone all day. Dogs actually resent you if you ignore them. They do. I go away to work all day. I come back. My cats are happy to see me, and I feed them, and they are annoying, but they're not depressed.
No.
A dog will get depressed if you leave it alone. So I don't want to do that.
Well, and with dogs, like dogs usually don't. If they do something wrong, 10 minutes later, they don't remember what they did. They don't have memories like that. So everything in their life is really quick. So one doctor said, compared to this, he said some weird number, but he said for every hour you're gone from the house, for a dog, it's equal to 4 hours. So if you're gone for 8 hours, in a dog's mind, you've been gone for like 2 days, according to this guy's math. I don't know if that's right. But let's say even if it's double, if you're gone for 8 hours, to them it seems like 16 hours.
Now, if you're gone from your cat for 2 days, it don't care as long as it's fed.
As long as there's food. They don't care.
My cats like me and they come up and they're happy to see me and everything. But I think if I fucking drop dead in the middle of the living room, they would just go to sleep.
Probably.
They wouldn't fucking care.
And after 4 or 5 days, they probably start nibbling on you.
Yeah, eat my eyeballs out like one of them cat ladies that die.
That's a fact.
Yep. You ever hear stories about a cat lady? They'll die, and the cats, instead of starving, they'll eat you.
They'll eat whatever's there.
Yeah. So don't die if you got a bunch of cats.
They do not. Just try not to die. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we'll go. We've actually had hour and 50. This ain't bad.
All right, we extended
Actually, it's a perfect time to go because we are at one blinking bar of battery.
Oh shit! Okay,
so we're done. Radio Underground. I'm
social
Mike.
Media.
Oh, go ahead. You could say it.
Okay, social media. We are on the Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Everything's just Radio Underground.
One word.
One word.
One word. No
space. Radio Underground.
And all the underscore podcasts or show or any. That's us. It's us.
Yeah. You'll see our little logo.
Yeah, it's us. All right, guys. We're out of here.
Peace.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to